A virus is a submicroscopic infectious agent that replicates only inside the living cells of an organism. Viruses can infect all types of life forms, from animals and plants to microorganisms including bacteria and archaea. 2020 will forever be remembered for the deadly epidemic COVID-19. Analysis reveals that this outbreak is the most chaotic incident which took place on Earth after the Second World War. But is this the only epidemic which pushed Earth into crisis? No. If we talk a bit about the history of epidemics. First, identified in the Democratic Republic of the Congo in 1976, HIV/AIDS has truly proven itself as a global pandemic, killing more than 36 million people since 1981. Currently, there are between 31 and 35 million people living with HIV. The vast majority of those are in sub-Saharan Africa, where 5% of the population is infected, roughly 21 million people. As awareness has grown, new treatments have been developed that make HIV far more manageable, and many of those infected go on to lead productive lives. The flu pandemic, also referred to as the Hong Kong flu, which caused due to influenza, outbroke in 1968, killing more than 1 million people, including 500,000 residents of Hong Kong, which was approximately 15% of the population at the time. The Asian flu, which was also a result of influenza, outbroke in China in 1956 and lasted until 1958, which created a death toll of 2 million, as said by the World Health Organization. From 1346 to 1353, an outbreak of the plague, also called the Black Death, ravaged Europe, Africa, and Asia, with an estimated death toll between 75 and 200 million people. Thought to have originated in Asia, the plague most likely jumped continents via the fleas living on the rats that so frequently lived aboard merchant ships. Ports, being major urban centers at the time, were the perfect breeding grounds for the rats and fleas, and thus the insidious bacterium flourished, devastating 3 continents in its wake. The list goes on. If we come back to the novel coronavirus, its current statistics are a total of more than 1,400,000 infected, nearly 301,000 recovered, and death toll exceeding 82,000. If we study a graph carrying these statistics, we still can't observe an inflection. Still, this epidemic is in its exponential stage. This new virus spreads incredibly quickly due to its novelty. The virus was initially seen in China, and the virus spread worldwide within months. The WHO declared it as a pandemic in March, and now we see more than 1 million infected people and a death toll exceeding 82,000. It has been recommended that social distancing should be thoroughly followed in order to minimize this virus from spreading. A minimum distance of 6 feet should be maintained between people outside homes. Due to the coronavirus outbreak, people got used to a thorough practice in personal hygiene, which people should have been practicing because it's a common decency. Human beings should be responsible for what has happened. This is called cause and effect, or as we all know, Newton's third law: every action has an equal and opposite reaction. However, if I ask you a question, what is the most complex and the most powerful creation of nature? It's the human brain. The human brain can do great things, sometimes unimaginable. So, as history reveals, eventually humans will find a solution to serve its own kind. And after all this is over, I've got a small thought for the survivors. Nature chose you as a survivor for a reason. Do not let that choice of hers go in vain. So behave, mind your attitude. Let's hope for the best. Stay at home, be safe.